Right, good afternoon everybody. Welcome back to our Let's Talk Solar here with Microcare. Apologies for the delayed start, a bit of technical problems, but we are here and we've got a bit of a lesson going on today. We've got a whiteboard, we've got a Koki, and I've got two products in front of me that we're going to be focusing on today. So today we're talking about MPPTs. MPPT, what is that? MPPT. For those of you who don't really know solar, it's Maximum Power Point Tracker. It's really the hero of what solar is about. I know these days many of the MPPTs, the solar charger, is built into the inverter, so they're a bit hidden away and we don't often get to see what their true function is. But yet Microcare and some of your top brands around the world, the MPPT is separate. So it's really a strong feature of solar. In fact, I like to say if you're new to solar and you want to get into it and you want to learn a little bit about it, then get a small little MPPT, one of our small baby ones, a 10 amp, 20 amp, one battery, one panel, and learn how the sun makes power and charges that battery. It's really exciting. We've got one that's fairly common here, 100 amp MPPT, and I'm going to be chatting to you a little bit about that in a moment. So that's 100 amp maximum power point tracker. It's the tracking of the power from the panels and taking all that chaos and putting it into order into the battery. And that's really what the heart of solar is all about. Okay, so we're talking MPPTs today. I've got some really cool little links, the difference between an MPPT, a PWM regulator, what's the difference? Go check out our website, microcare.co.za, and you get some more details about what MPPTs do. They're really cool stuff. Right, let's talk about the one that we've got with us today. So we're going to be using 100 amp MPPT. So that's 100 amps. So it's rated in current. And we know that for those of you interested, the power equals voltage times current. Okay, which is your basic formula. So in other words, if we want to work out the size of an MPPT, it is power over volts. Go check out some of our other videos. We do some system sizing, some tutorials about how to correctly size the MPPT. We won't be focusing on that too much, but what I do want to show you is our brand new MPPT. It's this boy, the 5 kilowatt MPPT. So this one we've actually rated now in kilowatts, and I'll tell you why in a short moment. So this is our brand new baby. Now this came out of our ideas with the mini grid. So this is quite a big guy, but this essentially is our brand new MPPT with full solar connections coming into it. So you plug the panel straight in here. The combiner boxes is not needed in this allocation. And we've got essentially 2 controllers in here. So this is our brand new 5 kilowatt MPPT with a built-in combiner box. Just quickly, if you can have a look onto this side, this is our standard 100 amp MPPT. So what I want to do is, this is the standard one you get from us. It's got a really nice big heat sink on the back. This one generally we would have a separate combiner box for protection. Okay, so here's our 2 MPPTs. Essentially, they're both going to connect 5 kilowatts of solar panels. So what's the real benefit of this guy? So let's have a little look at a typical solar panel. So I'm going to pick a 550 watt solar panel. Hope you can see that. And as always, if we've got power, we've got volts, and we've got current. In this case, I'm just going to average it more or less to 49 volts open circuit voltage. That's a sort of a typical panel that we sell and you get in the market. And there's a whole range of them now. On this 100 amp MPPT, okay, so if I take 100 amps and I times it by the voltage, typically 52 volts, 51 volts, those kind of things, you're going to see I'm going to come out to about 5.2 kilowatts of solar panels that I can connect onto that MPPT. That's our 100 amp MPPT. I can connect about 5.2 kilowatts of solar panel. You can see now the mathematicians amongst us are really seeing a problem. I can't put 10 of these panels, can I? Because 10 times 550, just very quickly, 550 watts is going to give me 5.5 kilowatts of PV. And as you can see, that's going to be over our limit here. And we can't take too much more tolerance on that. That's why this boy comes along and he changes the game for us. But just coming back to this one here, if I'm going to use 550 watt panels, 10 is actually going to be too much. So I'm actually limited on this controller to 8 of these 550 watt panels. And if I had to do a little drawing with you, and I hope you can see my little drawing, I'll just draw a little block diagram of 4 panels connected in a string. And if each of them are, we mentioned 49 volts, if I more or less summarize it to 50, 100, 150, 200, I'm just under about 198 open circuit voltage. Okay, that's a bit too much, unfortunately, for this 100 amp MPPT if I wanted 8. So I couldn't put 4 in the string. I'd have to change that to just 2. All right, because 49, where am I? Yeah, 49 plus 49 is going to give me 98 volts open circuit. This 100 amp limited to 150 volts. If I put another one there, I'm very, very close to the line. So what you're typically going to find is the MicroCare 100 amp MPPT is that you're going to have 4 of these strings. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's going to give me the 8 panels, which is pretty much my maximum. You can see 10 panels is going to go over the maximum required. So in terms of our standard 100 amp MPPT, with the panels getting larger now, we've had to look at how we can improve the voltage strings of our MPPT. So 100 amp was limited to 150. Right, here comes the big guy now. Let's just clear this up here. You've got all those formulas, and of course you can have a look at the sums and the palm trees in our videos there. Let's look now at our brand new 400 volt MPPT. So remember, our other one was 100 amps, and its limited of strings was 150 volts. This is also 100 amps, but this is now 400 volts, which means that if I'm using the 550 watt panel, stay with me here, maths boffins, 49 volts open circuit. It means I can put quite a lot of panels to get the 400 volts. Remember that I am also limited on the wattage side, so I can't just put endless amount of solar panels. So let's have a look. The 100 amp MPPT, I was limited to 8 panels. How many can I do on this new string of panels? Remember that was 4 strings of 2 panels each, making 8 my maximum. Let's have a look here. If we go 2, 3, 4, so here's 1 string, 2 string, 3 string, 4 string. That's exactly what I had on the 100 amp MPPT. You can see my strings here are 49 plus 2 is 98, 98, 98 volts. That's pretty much my max. 4 times the 550 gives me less than the 5 kilowatts of solar that I need. So that's great. So I'm well within the range over there. Now I can take these strings a lot further than 98. I can now push 1 string up to 400 volts. So I can keep going now because 49, 49, 49, 49. I can keep going to 400 volts. But just also remember that I can't just put an endless amount of string. I am also limited on wattage. So the ideal scenario in this situation is to have 10 panels, 49 volts each. So that's going to give me around about 250 volts per string. But the total wattage is going to be around about 5.2 kilowatts. Now that's actually really good for this product. That means now instead of having 8 panels with lots of strings, I've now just got 2 strings with 5 panels in each. So I actually can put more panels with our brand new MPPT, and it means I've got a lot less cabling, and I can actually have an extra 2 panels to improve the efficiency. So this brand new bad boy over here, he's actually allowing me to connect more panels to the same rating, and because he's got a much higher tolerance of handling 400 volts, I'm actually able to save quite a lot on my installation costs. So this is a bit of a game changer for us. Combiner books built inside, less strings required. I'm actually able to now collect a lot more panels. Now, just a little secret here. This is actually our mini grid MPPT divided in 2. So if you come and have a look at our mini grids, any of the videos we've been doing, that MPPT is actually a 10 kilowatt. So it's this guy cut in half. And essentially that's what we've done. And it allows you now to connect over 5 kilowatts, around 5.2 kilowatts, in much simpler strings. So just 2 strings is what we recommend of the 550 panels. Yeah, chat to us if you've got smaller panels, bigger panels, we're happy to assist you. But there we go, brand new on the market. It's our 5 kilowatt MPPT. It's high voltage, strings of 400 volts. It's a game changer on the market and really, really efficient. We're running our factory off these units, and we've been selling them as well to our clients. So have a look there, the brand new MicroCare 5 kilowatt. It's 400 volt MPPT, and it's available now through our sales team. All right, lots of maths here. Hope you've got a good understanding there. Give us a call if you have any questions on 041 453 5761. But as always, like, share, and subscribe. And of course, you can contact our sales team, sales@microcare.co.za. Right, thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you next week. Cheers.